I got so much beef, I could barely sleep. Paranoia got me losing on my Z's.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Who said the crowds wouldn't embrace football being back in L.A.? You certainly couldn't tell that by what we saw a few moments ago. These folks are pumped up as their Rams get set to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and we are underway here in Los Angeles. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run. 25-yard line. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd and 10, gone. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, right at the 40. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he stopped immediately there. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
To throw on 2nd down is gone. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Goff now looks to throw. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. They got him in. It's Woods. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They go play action here on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Line of scrimmage, again, the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
4 down. Starting left here. Go! Go! Starting left here.
They get it to him running left. Able to fight through 1 tackle. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Back live now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal.
Tiger.
Here's Goff. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. They've already gone for it and made it once on this opening drive. They're going to try it again on 4th down. They're running with Gurley. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. Gurley unable to punch it in on 4th and goal. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to pump the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
Off the play fake, Cousins lets it fly for Treadwell. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And the return will stop right around the 25.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown, and pick it off, just as we saw there.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Starting left here.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now Goff. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
17.
2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down.
Like 20.
From the gun, here's Goff. High throw, but he makes the catch. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it.
Starting left here. Let's go.
On the toss, it's Gurley. Gets past one man. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, 14 yards. And the Rams are in for 6. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
Defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Well, for the Minnesota Vikings, despite that loss they had on Monday night in Seattle Week 14, they're still in the playoff picture. But 2 straight losses now have really tightened things up significantly.
Yeah, it's kept other people in the game, hasn't it? The Panthers, the Eagles, Washington, all half a game back, and we thought they were all pretty much done. But these losses by Minnesota have given them hope.
And by the way, not too far back. In fact, just a full game back.
Oh, don't say it.
The Green Bay Packers.
Don't say it. Vikings fans everywhere. The one name they hate hearing, Green Bay Packers. They don't want to hear that at all.
Well, I'm sorry, guys. They're still in the mix. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Cousins finding Diggs on a big one. 71 yards. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. From the gun, here's Cousins. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
The penalty yards marched off as they'll try again on 2nd and goal.
Go ahead. 300.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. Dan Bailey now for the field goal try. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Throwing is Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Bailey got the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Well, the Los Angeles Rams not yet owners of a first-round bye. They have clinched the NFC West, first in the NFL to win their division. But last week, surprisingly, only put up 6 points in that loss in Chicago.
Not surprising overall in terms of defensive struggle, because you had the last 2 defensive players of the year in the NFL playing in that game. Aaron Donald for the Rams and Khalil Mack for the Bears. And the Bears have been strong on D all year long. What I found interesting was how the Bears scored their touchdown. Right? Trick play, backup offensive tackle, catches a touchdown pass. How often do you see that in the league?
Not very often. By the way, going to make a big difference whether the Rams play in 70-degree L.A. or 20-degree Chicago. A little bit different for the weather style.
It certainly is, which means that down the stretch, the Rams still have to play excellent football. Just because they won the division, they can't kick back. They need to lock up one of those 2 home field byes to start the playoffs.
Goff now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Gurley. Ooh, the juke. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first. Thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Gun!
A first down throw for Cousins. Left side caught by Diggs. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
They run the counter with Cook. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Samson Abukum not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now a second down throw for Cousins. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Goff will lead the Rams up here first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Goff. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Reynolds. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That goes for a gain of 31. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10.
Like 20.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. 12. 12. 12. 12. Hey, 5.
Just beating the play clock is gone. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
We're good. We're good.
On the handoff, it's Gurley. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Like 20.
On second down, here's Goff. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Daniil Hunter. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
DC.
Third and long. It's gone. You got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. So on fourth down, here comes Greg Zuerlein to try and get 3 for the Rams. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. Back now in Los Angeles, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Second down, Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Cousins. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Cousins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Michael Brocker's in on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They come up in an offset eye. Here is Cook on 3rd and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. They do tack on the extra point as well, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Bailey now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. He's back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Woods. Room to run past midfield. A solid stiff arm. A huge play there on the screen pass. 46 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Xavier Rhodes makes the tackle.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Maverick!
He'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Back to throw. This throw caught right around the 6. And a loose football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. That's complete right around the 8. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Now a run with Cook, and he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.
think it's my fault. Get the rest. Hey, I got that check into go. I'm gone. A lot of these was lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that car. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. Good drip. But she love you. Don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. I went from filling out kites to putting it in my block. Blue Gucci sweater is drill. Somebody give me a. These ain't like the cops. Gossiping more than a. In jail I had. I make you cut off the. Think that I made it, they can't be my friends, so they wanna be ops. If I see them hanging and I'm in that spaceship, I'm dropping the top. Ain't like my beat ain't no happy, but later I'm counting the guap. Who gave you the voice? Who told you your thoughts count? GPS straight to the money. I put my big homie got the big Mickey Mouse. You posted your at 12 and 8 that night, she had my all over the mansion. Can't sit on my house. I got that check into golf. A lot of these was lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that car. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you. Don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
With me, boy. Your hands and your fingers. Your ears with get back, watch it turn to a singer. Get the fighting like this Jerry Springer. All of my zip the back that like a pogo. Don't do these they popo. Had a G-Wagon truck turned to Rojo. Find a cable 2 wheels and they going wild down in Soho.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and off we go from Soldier Field. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. First carry now for Jordan Howard. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
This is Howard on second down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left. Contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Daniil Hunter able to get in there and drop him behind the line. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
18.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Escaping the pressure. Now Trubisky lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it. Look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. Cousins finding Diggs on a big one. 41 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Cousins. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
You got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. To the air again, it's Cousins. It's caught by Treadwell. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in there. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Chicago, they're taking the field again here on the offensive side. And any questions as to whether the Bears were for real, I think they were answered on last week, Sunday night, Week 14. Convincing win in the cold over the L.A. Rams 15-6.
Yeah, they are legit on defense, aren't they? Forced 4 turnovers and held the L.A. Rams. Let me say that again. The L.A. Rams, a team averaging almost 35 points a game, to just 2 field goals. They've got to feel fantastic about that. They did get their quarterback, Mitchell Trubisky, back for the game. He threw 3 interceptions. If he cuts down the interceptions, if he cuts down the turnovers, the Bears could be very dangerous in the playoffs with that defense.
On the right side, this is Miller. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be real.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Eric Kendricks leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. Cook able to escape. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
I'd have to say that was a pretty darn good run right there. They had 8 in the box, still able to burn them. They've got to consider themselves lucky they only gave up a 1st down and not a touchdown.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Bailey got the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And this is Gabriel on the catch. Look at this spin. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel, 74 yards. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. Parkey adds the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. Now right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.